We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from pretty Paradise Valley, Arizona.
Today, Jill and I talk about why we brought back the Land Academy Advanced Group.
I don't think it ever really went away.
It really didn't.
No, it was kind of just on a hiatus, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And why it's getting big now.
Massive traction. Here's a hint. It has to do with funding. Funding new people's deals and funding each other. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the Land Academy or landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And if you're already a member, please join us on Discord.
So there's two places you can connect with us, is what that means. Okay, Nolan wrote, I've sent out a couple mailers. I've had a few signed purchase agreements come back and a good amount of leads I'm working through, but access to the land seems to be my issue. I do have a couple in the hopper I'm pretty excited about, but I'm waiting to hear back from a broker on what they think they can sell them for before I buy them. It certainly takes time, and being new and in the weeds is tough, especially hunting for deal number one. It will come. I just have to keep at it. Nolan gave his own advice.
Self and motivation.
Exactly. I know it. I know what you're going to say. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, you walk in like, I know it, Dad. I know I'm wrong. I know I screwed up. I know whatever it is. I wrecked the car. You don't have to tell me. The policeman already did it. We had that whole talk. I'm good. So that's kind of, but you're not in trouble, obviously.
Everybody goes through this. That's why I included this. It's not a question. It's a statement.
Yeah.
And actually, this was his response to several people saying, my mailers are out. I've got some stuff coming back in. It's just that old, oh my God moment. And, we all went through it.
Yeah. And you're doing it.
It's so important.
Access to the land. That's fine.
Yep.
And you know what to do, Nolan. You know the difference between physical access and legal access. And I love that you're bringing in. If you're really on the fence, that's one of the best, safest things you can do is call someone really local to the area and just say, what do you think? What could you sell this for? Without telling them any of the backstory. Just what do you think and how fast could you do it? And then I need to hurry up and buy this. Or, don't bother.
Today's topic, why we brought back the Advanced Group. This is the meat of the show. If I wrote this title, and I didn't, I would say, why we brought back the Advanced Group, which never really went away.
Yep. Well, maybe some people on our staff are a little confused. And again, it never went away. We've always had the Advanced Group, but now we've added to it. We've added to the services and the time and the energy and the group. So our Advanced Group was really a core handpick. I want to give the backstory.
Sure.
This is a core handpicked group that started with like 20 of people that you identified as heavy hitters, like-minded, sending out a ton of mail, buying a ton of deals, doing, big numbers, big dollar amounts, people that we all need to kind of learn from each other. And it's still kind of handpicked who gets in the group, period. And if you're in the Advanced Group, you should know you are handpicked. We make sure that we don't have the wrong people in the Advanced Group. I'll just say that. So, and what happened was we all got kind of busy. Everybody got so busy. We hadn't added new people in a while. So our calls were getting smaller and quieter. It just ended up being an hour of, back of the classroom talk, I think. So now what we've done is we've added to that. We've got an influx of new people from last year and then the beginning of this year, which is great. And really an influx of people that are rock star business owner professionals in real estate and other areas that were like, we need to get them in this group. And then we have Career Path. And then we're about to wrap up our first round of Career Path And that's if you start and finish career path, you're into the advanced group. You need to be there.
Yeah, we don't charge for this. The reason for the advanced group at all was it was an extension of the live event. So, or the 2 live events that we had, and we would have had more except for COVID. So a lot of the people that were showing a huge interest in financing deals together or being partners, or it came in part because of that. Mm-hmm. And those people are still in the group. Mm-hmm. And in fact, Jill and I do deals with them all the time, at least a couple of months. So, it's not anything that costs anything, but it's a group of people that have done a ton of deals. Not a ton. They've done a handful of deals plus, and they've shown a huge interest in making this their career. And then
the career path people?
No, this is the advanced group.
Okay.
And people that we believe and our staff believes would be really good partners in some capacity for us. And so it's a pretty special group that doesn't cost anything. Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking about the advanced group. And it's funny because there are some members of the advanced group that have been in it since its inception. And since we just brought it back, they're still kind of quiet off doing their thing. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I tell you, the power of that group and the discussions and what goes on. If you have an invite to the advanced group, you're nuts if you don't show up. Right now it's one call. We could win an hour and a half the other day.
Every month.
Yeah, once a month. It's like, man, it's like, I see it like a surgeon. Why would you not want to sit down with other surgeons once a month and talk about best practices and some things that you learn, like, oh, that's going to change my life tomorrow kind of thing. That's what this is.
And so with the resurrection session happened, I guess, yesterday, which is first Tuesday of every month.
Yeah.
And what we all decided is that, we all want to do deals together, really big deals. And we need a leader to on each transaction, kind of a manager. And everybody was real positive about it. So we all kind of made some promises about what we're going to bring to the next session. Mm-hmm. And it's deals.
Or in Discord. We have our own little Discord chat too, just at the advanced group. And I'll throw things. It's so nice to see. One thing is, a lot of the people in the advanced group are already funding deals for other people, which is awesome. So we can connect. And we're already throwing deals around among each other in the advanced group, which is really cool. Like, there's just stuff that's I know if I put this to the general public, it's going to be confusing, maybe hard to explain. I just don't have the time to show someone the way, but I can throw stuff out to these guys and like, hey, you want this? You want to take it down with me? What do you think? And then there's no talking.
Right. Those are the types of partners we want.
I know.
No talking.
I feel bad.
Just trust.
Here we are at a podcast saying we don't like to talk. You know what I mean? This is probably the most that we do talk. Like at night, you would crack up at us. Here's our time. Here's our last night. You want to watch a movie and just like not talk? Heck yeah. That's what we do.
It happens often.
I know. Now I realize why you have always been a movie guy though. You consume, I was thinking about that too last night. I'm like, I wonder how many movies you actually consume in a year.
Well, my goal is to consume all of them.
Yes. You're almost there, aren't you? It's great. Like we're talking with friends and you're like, yeah, I saw that movie. I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that? But again, you've always had a movie thing. That's your thing. So I'm sure I have my own thing.
Here's my wrap up point to this. Mm-hmm. We brought the advanced group back to create partners for ourselves and partners for them. If you're new at this or you're thinking about doing it, just know this, that like there's nothing better than a support group or a really great partner. If you've listened to the show before, you know that when Jill and I joined forces, our lives changed for the better forever. And so that's kind of what the point to this group is, to like say, all right, Jill and I, this is just personally, but there's a couple ways you can look at your own business. Jill and I we are very good at sourcing deals, getting them under contract and vetting them for amazingness. Mm-hmm. That's in our DNA. And that takes not a very long amount, not a lot of time and not a lot of money on our part and not a lot of man hours. what we need, and everybody had, we were talking about this in the last call, what we need, everybody's got a pressure point. Everybody's got a point like, wow, if I could solve that, I could get this to the next level. So for us, it's having partners that will close these deals, which will gladly fund and then turn over so that it can for resale. And so that's kind of why we brought the advanced group back. Whoever you are and wherever you are in your career, you're going to have some type of pain point, and it very well could be, I just don't have any money. If that's the case, find yourself a person that does have a bunch of money and thinks like you, and I know this is more difficult than said, but that's the whole point of this, is to start down the path of surrounding yourself by like-minded people who have different pain points or pressure points that you do, so we can solve each other's stuff. That's like the definition of partnership. So this is what's possible. This isn't like we're bragging about this group we're in. No. I'm just using it as an example of 25 years of doing deals by ourselves. Now we get to do them with kind, smart people.
Well, if you're listening to this podcast, you're here to learn anyway. You're not in a dark hole saying, I'm going to figure this out on my own. Nobody help me. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That doesn't work. No, I got it. I know 2 more years and I'll nail it. No, that's the...
Teenage boys think that way because they watch Batman too much. Like Batman does it all by himself.
Doesn't need any help. Yeah. No advice from anyone. What about the butler? Wait a minute. The butler helps Batman.
Yeah, the butler helps. He does.
So Batman still has some help.
That's true.
Thank you.
But there's still sense of I'm misunderstood. And
what about Robin? Robin, how do you describe Robin?
Robin doesn't show up a lot in the newer Batmans.
Why is that?
I have a lot of personal opinions about that are totally inappropriate for this show.
Oh. Was Robin just a comedic sidekick back in the day?
Yeah, and I think sidekicks in general have gone away.
Thank God I'm still here.
Sidekick? I'm your sidekick.
Thank you.
Spider-Man doesn't have one. And all these new ones are in a group. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. They're all in this, a group. There's not just one person.
Do you know what Spider-Man has? There's a girl who's dragging him down. He has to rescue her all the time. Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
Spider-Man needs a girl that's going to be right there in her Spidey suit helping him,
imagine
throwing him stuff.
The email we're going to get on this. You're right. There should be a Spider Girl.
There should be a Spider Girl.
Spider Woman. Yeah. Is there a Spider Woman?
I don't remember. Wait, there's what's the Vine? Oh, she's hot. Oh, shoot. Our friend was her for Halloween, too.
Catwoman?
No, the Vine girl. Isn't that in the Spider-Woman characters?
I don't know.
Different.
The Lion Girl?
Vine. She's green with the red
Poison
hair.
Ivy.
That's it. That's
the whole Batman thing. Oh. She's a villain. She's not a good person. I'm all confusing my characters. I will stop now. Jill just knows the outfits, though.
Yes, I do. I can just... You know what? There was a Batwoman. There is that.
There's Batgirl. There's all that.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that. Anyway, happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called Assignment Deals. Do we do them? You are not alone in your real estate ambition. You know who doesn't have a sidekick and doesn't need one is Wonder Woman.
That's true.
She never has. And she came from this island of amazing, strong, independent women and got released into all the bad world that we all live in and start solving it her own way.
Right. Beautiful example of a woman killing it on her own.
Right.
Thank you.
They still put her in a little outfit, which is either fortunate or unfortunate, depending on how you look at it. But
by the way, if you need any sort of access, or if you need access to any sort, I should say, of ownership or property details, including owner phone numbers and FEMA flood map overlays, check out neighborscoop.com, created by investors, that's us, for investors like you. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued superheroes.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.